You're an amazing orator. So for everyone who's in a pitch competition at InvestFest, how do you prepare every week when you're giving your sermon to your church? And
Yeah,
what like tips can you give for speakers who may be nervous to get on stage to have your kind of presence
yeah.
and charisma when they're in front of the judges?
I'll say this to you. When Donald Trump ran for president the first time, he ran against Hillary Clinton. The exit polls said none of them believed Donald Trump had more experience than Hillary Clinton. None of them thought he was smarter than Hillary Clinton. None of them thought he was more integrous than Hillary Clinton. The exit poll said he was more relatable,
Hmm.
right? I grew up during the Cosby Show. I grew up during a different world. I grew up watching the Love Boat Fantasy Island. This generation is the largest generation in television history who was raised by non-scripted television. Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Hmm.
Black Ink. And so when it is that you're speaking, you got to figure out, how am I relatable? Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. I got the balance of having a GED and I got a doctorate degree. So when I get up, I'm going to quote Jay-Z and I'm going to quote Shakespeare.
Hmm.
Because it's going to bring all of who it is that I am. So my congregation looks like every area of my life. I am married, but I'm also a divorcee. So I bring all of that. And so when you get on that stage, do not become witness protection. Bring the authenticity.
To take
Bring
the
the
stage. Yep.
authenticity. Yeah, authenticity is what sells. You can always tell which rapper has their lyrics written for them because it never translates when they
Yeah.
live. They can do it in the studio, but when they get live, the real authenticity of who it is that they are begins to peek through. And so bring your authentic self. People want to see your flaws, they want to see your scars, and they want to see your testimony. Don't just give your data without giving your DNA. Make sure your DNA is wrapped in that data so people can see, where are you in this? Where do you identify in this? Where do you relate to this? So make sure that it matches what you're comfortable by. Then one of my mentors, Mike Murdoch, said, if it doesn't burden you, it's not assigned to you. So you
Mm,
should only speak to stuff that is an issue to you.
that's
Yeah,
a great lesson.
yeah. I'm not getting on Earn Your Leisure to do an interview about climate change. It's important. It's important. It's valuable.
Just
But I
not
don't
you.
have two different trash cans outside of my
Yeah.
house. You know, so I got to speak to what it is that I know and what it is that I can
Gotta
speak to.
take care of the world I
Yeah,
know.
and don't let Chat GPT and Google be your own only research engines.
Thank you.
You got to see, where do I see it out of my own lens. When Jesus was talking to housewives, he talked about a lost coin. When he's talking to fishermen, he talked to fishers of men. So you got to speak to who is in that audience and where it is that you find yourself connecting in it.
Where do you so I see you're doing a lot of things outside the realm of what a lot of traditional pastors, black or white pastors, do, right? Like you've championed human rights in Gaza. You're
Right.
talking about political upward mobility. You're leading boycott. You heavily involved in politics. Is that something that you've always just looked at yourself as somebody that's just bigger than just the church, or are you strategically doing this? Like, are you going to be running for governor or something? Like, or is this part of your roadmap?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pass the background check, so ain't no way I'm running for nothing. I'm saying right where I am. They only made Jeffrey Epstein's list disappear. Others of us still got lists out here. So, but here's the reality: 92% of what Jesus did was outside of the church.
Hmm.
92% of what the church does is inside. So
Hmm.
we missing it. Reinhold Niebuhr, a great theologian, said you ought to have a Bible in one hand and a newspaper in the other. And so I think that we got to go beyond stained glass windows and really hit the street corners to really do what is effective and what is substantive and meaningful. And I think that that's what real ministry is supposed to look like. The reality is, Martin Luther King Jr. never pastored a church that had more than 400 members,
Mm.
but he changed the world
Mm-hmm.
because he got outside of that building. And so I think that you can't limit your assignment to the space that you're in. But you got to dream so big that if God don't get involved, you'll get embarrassed. That the only way that it's going to work is that you got the God factor working with you.
You alluded to something earlier, and at the time, I don't know if you were married then, but you were a divorcee. You said that you've been both. Talk about the role, because when I watch you on Instagram now, it's like it's a totally different glow to you now. It's like,
Man, I'm neon. I'm glowing in the dark, brother.
talk about the role that marriage has played on you this time around, man.
Listen, it settles you. I champion marriage, drum roll, to the right person,
Mm.
not just marriage. Marriage is the most significant soul decision and financial decision you'll ever make in your life.
Mm.
Who you are married to will help elevate you to your assignment or it'll derail you from your goal. And if you don't have the right partner, it's gonna be a sinkhole. Thank God I got the right person. So listen, I'm walking on sunshine. I'm in a good place. I was divorced for 11 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I got somebody who is, and I want to say it for gentlemen to hear me, who is my intellectual peer, who I can really sit through and talk through ideas and concepts. See, a lot of people, we like the women we want don't have the right body type.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
We was holding on for dear life there. We was
Oh, I'm saying
keep going. Keep going.
what I'm saying to you is a lot of times when we choose, it is based off of the physical
Okay.
and not the mental and the emotional. And the physical ones we drawn to don't have the intellectual capacity for
Mm.
you to brainstorm with. So you ending up doing it by yourself. You got to find yourself with a mixed blend who is able to really entice you emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially. Somebody who can push you over the ledge, but still got a parachute on their own back.
Like
Wow.
that. Like that.
How did you know your wife was the one for you?
Man, listen, because she challenged me. See, the right woman knows how to play football. The right woman has got to be your number one cheerleader. Cheerleaders only come out to the game when you losing. The right woman has got to be your fan. You're still excited about every down you make.
Mm.
The right woman has got to be your coach that will talk to you in the headset without embarrassing you out loud. The right woman has got to be able to help you with knowing the right play and say, hey, maybe we should take a knee or we got to settle for a field goal and come and do a touchdown later. The right woman has got to be a sideline doctor to help heal you after you have been tackled to say that a touchdown is still possible. And so once you get that one person on that team, and I found that one person, shout out to Dr. Carriana Bryant, has really helped me because I didn't even think I'd be able to get married again. I had an Achilles heel. There wasn't no way in the world I was going to be able to get there with a pulled hamstring.
Yeah.
But she pulled me back together. And I've got greater focus. I've got greater commitment and I've got greater drive because I got the right woman on my side.
Amen.